Of course, everything I'm saying is my opinion. I don't want to have to be speaking for the entire community. It's just my observations on where I live currently and the facilities that are not being provided in this community. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on the video. As you guys can see in the title, in the thumbnail, I'm talking about mental health in the Somali community, in the Muslim community. Not too long ago, a sister recently committed suicide, and it just had me thinking about how lacking mental health facilities are for our community. And I feel like there should be a discussion about it. Why there isn't a discussion, honestly, is beyond me, because I don't get why something so important is being put on the back burner. A lot of us come from cultures where mental health is stigmatized and it's equated with disbelief. I don't know, this video I didn't want to film because I don't have knowledge on what it is we have to do about mental health, but I know that we need to do something. And the family of those people, do they have sources? Do they have outlets? Do they have resources to go to help them? I'm thinking that what is it that our community lacks for us to constantly brush this kind of situations under the rug? I remember a few years back, a brother committed suicide, and before that there was another mother, a Somali mother, who committed suicide, and nobody discusses any of these things. And it's like, if it's happening, why aren't we discussing it? We're so comfortable with discussing Somali boys or young Muslim men going to prison, or Muslim girls having children out of wedlock, but why aren't we comfortable with discussing mental health when it's also a reality, right? Of course, everything I'm saying is my opinion. I don't want to have to be speaking for the entire community. It's just my observations on where I live currently and the facilities that are not being provided in this community. I'm hurt for that family, especially knowing that it's a situation nobody can understand unless they're in. I'm not sure, like, I would love to see in the comment section below if somebody could give me some kind of advice or suggestions on what it is we can start, or what we can do to create that environment where people are able to talk to somebody and have a safe space to tell people how they feel emotionally, mentally, where they're at. We should have more Muslim Somali therapists, Muslim Somali counseling sessions, Muslim Somali community groups that are for men, that are for women, that are specifically for certain groups. I feel like I'm inept, I'm unable to create that space on my own. I would love for us to have that kind of a space. I've spoken about this a few years ago when I heard about the first janaza, about the boy who was committing suicide, because it's such a foreign concept. But it's also reality, because Muslim people can experience this, Somali people can experience this kind of a mental health crisis where they end their own life. And it's not aib, it's not shameful to discuss it before it happens, because that's the reason it's happening. We're not wanting to talk about it. We're not letting people talk about how they're suffering, how they feel alone, how empty they feel, how depressed they feel. We're not creating that space. And when people are suffocated and they're bottled in, it'll just pop and it'll result in some type of violence towards themselves or to others. And we keep brushing it under the rug, but we can only put so many things under the rug. I think our generation before us are not comfortable with discussing traumas or discussing problems, because I don't think they think it does something. What does discussing your problems do except make you feel more sad? But sometimes it's discussing those problems that helps to get it off your chest, and sometimes you can come to a resolution, and sometimes you just need closure when you're discussing stuff, when you're having a conversation. So my suggestion, as someone who has no background in therapy, no counseling experience, and has no educational background in psychology, is that we need to create a space that we can have a conversation in, targeting our specific communities, that because we share similar backgrounds, we share similar experiences, and we can, inshallah, develop healthier strategies to deal with mental stresses and emotional baggage and anything that we're going through. If we were to provide more therapists or people sitting on the couch that looked more like us, I feel like we would be taking a step in the right direction. And I'm not sure, I feel like I'm just rambling here, but please let me know if it makes sense, if there's like something we can start doing. I'm in the GTA area, like, yeah, just a little rambling of what I've been thinking about, and knowing that I'm not the only one thinking like this. When you hear news about somebody committing suicide, it definitely affects you as a human being, as a Muslim. To the family and friends of that girl who is no longer with us, I'm making dua for you guys. I am hoping, inshallah, that Allah like expands your grave, and inshallah that you guys meet your friend, your family member in Jannatul Firdaus. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please let me know if you guys relate, if you guys have any opinions or ideas on how to better this situation for our community. And Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum. I'll see you guys in my next video.